Ashen Wolf here. I'm an extrasensory coach, heart space coach, Qigong teacher, shaman, completion process and parts work facilitator. And today's episode is going to be on how a crystal can change your life. Crystals have been one of the most powerful, profound experiences of my life. It's one of those things where it has changed me deeply to the core because I have become so deeply connected to the consciousnesses of crystal beings, crystal communities themselves as a psychic. And they've helped me with energy healing, they've helped me with energy clearing, they've helped me to calm my nervous system, they've helped me to feel strength. They've helped me in so many ways, and I want to talk to you guys about each of those ways today and how you can use crystals in your life, in your energy healing practice too. One thing that I want you to understand about crystals is yes, they are conscious beings. This means that no, they can't walk around, but they are literally a species of being just like any other animal, except for they are from the mineral kingdom instead of from the people animal kingdom, right? So we have the plant kingdom, we have the mineral kingdom, we have the spirit animal kingdom, which is basically any other animal but us, and then we have the crystal kingdom. These are special, multi-dimensional mineral beings that have come to us across time and space and birthed also from the womb of the earth herself. The shape of the crystal obviously makes a difference. So we have skull crystals that when they're shaped in the way of the skull, they're more for past timeline work and ancient cultural lineage, ancient tribal lineage, ancestral healing, past life regression, these kinds of things. And they hold a lot of ancient code wisdom. When we have an amplifier, they really just the power, all of the energy of them goes like kind of whoosh, and then it goes all the way up and around like a toroidal field. And it really, that shape really brings in the power of the crystals so much more than your simple little palm stone, but they have their own little purpose, which we're going to talk about too. But it's no joke when we call these energy generators, and the aura of a crystal like this is going to go all around your room like crazy. Then we have your palm stones, and guess what? These are two flower gates. Palm stones are amazing for individuals like myself and all y'all sensitive, nervous system sensitive human beings, from neurodivergents to psychics to empaths. If you are a sensitive person with a sensitive nervous system, palm stones are going to be your best friends. Because what I love to do when I'm with my clients in sessions is I love to hold them and let the physical pressure of them in my fist just ground me. And I just kind of hold them and let all of their energy ground me, clear me, oracally protect me during the session, guide me, and just calm my nervous system and release any energy that I'm holding on to. And really just like imagine that your nervous system like literally got all knotted and braided because there's too much information coming to you from a client, or there's too much information coming to you from a situation. I love to stick them in my bra when I go on the bus because there is just so much emotional charge and suffering around me from the people, and so many different thoughts and beliefs and things flying around. And I pick up so much of that I don't want to, obviously, because as an extrasensory, I'm connected to the vibration of my surroundings. And so I need to release that, and crystals are such a great way to help me do that. So it literally just unknots my nervous system and kind of brushes it out and lets it just go like, I'm okay now. Is the best way that I can to explain it. For me, I really find that it's great to have lots of different crystals, because what I find is when you hold a crystal too long, it doesn't have the same effect. So crystal beings need to recuperate too, right? So like I'll be holding on to a crystal in a session, and like 5 minutes will go by and the crystal will be like, okay, I'm done now. You need to put me down and you need to move on. And what I feel is when the crystal is cold, and when I feel this kind of feeling like it's giving to me, it feels like it's in this vibrational giving state. I know that it still wants me to hold it, and then it'll get to a point where it'll get warm, and energetically I'll feel in my body that the crystal is more closed down and it's less like giving to me, and it's less like wanting to participate in this release for me. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, and I put you down. And that first couple of minutes when you first pick up a crystal that has been cleansed in your crystal room, it's in a very, very open auric state, a very giving state. And touching that and holding that and having that in my hands is so nourishing and so amazing, and it releases all of these hormonal endorphins and energy endorphins. There are so many different types of energy that come out of crystals that can be scientifically measured. So there is literally energy on all different waves coming out of your crystal, and it is proven by science. I love just putting crystals on my face and letting them really just massage me, and just again that giving aura that I was talking about, and that kind of cold feeling is so nice. So nice. When it's in a giving state, it is so nice. Crystals will not always want to be with you. This is why crystals will disappear. So again, they are beings, they can't walk, but they will manifest going somewhere else in some way or form. Usually it's in the form of you losing them when they don't want to be with you anymore. A lot of crystals, unfortunately, don't necessarily want humans to take them out of their natural environment. So you're going to find crystals that are more open to you, and crystals that are more closed to you, and crystals that are like happier to participate in human evolution, and crystals that are like, I wish you would have just let me stay in my place in Mother Earth because I was doing such a great job clearing all of humanity's energy there. And no, I don't want you to hoard me in your house and never touch me again. That's another thing. Please don't think that you can just leave your crystals in your house and they're good. Crystals that don't have their purpose, yes, they raise the frequency of your house, yes, but if you're not actively connecting with their consciousness, and if you're not actually appreciative of them, and if you're not actually actively working with them and doing things like nice things with them, like bringing them out to the moonlight or the sunlight, or to wash in a river, or just using them and holding them and touching them and being so appreciative of them and really connecting with their energy, like even if it's in your room, really being like, oh my God, you're cleansing my energy so much, right? And the closeness of the crystal to your aura, by the way, matters. So just when I'm in my office, I have all these crystals on my desk, and I can feel the overall vibration of all of these crystals together because they're so close to me, just washing my aura and washing my office. But like, let's say I have them in the far corner of a part of my house that's like on display, and my aura is not super close to that a lot of the time, then it's like, yes, it's having less impact on you. Right. Another thing is crystals are very particular, and you should always kind of intuitively listen to like what crystal it wants to be placed by. Is it happy in its environment? Does it like where it is? And really seek out to let it communicate with you. When you get a new crystal that's excited to work with you, its aura will be super powerful. And what you can do with any new crystal being is you bring it in your hands and you say, hello, divine being, it's so nice to meet you. And then you ask this sovereign being, what would you like to do with me? So looping back to the flower agate, you see how the flower agate have these little seeds and these little flowers? what you can do is you can really meditate with that crystal and meditate kind of like a pensieve, picking up your manifestation. Like, I want to help and impact millions of individuals. And you put that consciousness into the seed of your crystal. You physically pick it up and you physically envision it going into the seed of the crystal, into the seed of the flower, and blooming. This is how you can work with Flowergate that are such good leadership crystals. Crystal beings, again, they have such a powerful energy, and one of those energy benefits is we have crystals that are really good at calming. So we have anxiety relief crystals like lepidolite are the best for anxiety, and they actually contain lithium, which is actually an element in anxiety medication. And then we also have some rainbow fluorite. Again, they are really good energy cleansers and just calming the nervous system. We have some white labradorite, right? It's like rainbow moonstone, but it's basically a white labradorite. And it is so good at, again, calming the nervous system and emotional release. Scoliosite is the best stone in the world for emotional release. When I got this Scoliosite, literally, like, I can't explain to you how much emotional charge left my body and entered this crystal. And I can just literally feel all of my emotional charge, all of my negative energy, all of that unwanted energy I'm carrying around in my body. I just felt like myself like melting into the crystal and releasing it all into the crystal. And I could just feel it absorbing there, right? Blue lace agate is another really, really good calming crystal. Pyramids, Orgonite are another really great energetic scientific device, which really brings in energy, clears the negative ions and releases positive ions. And the shape of the pyramid, any crystal shaped in the pyramid, any orgonite shaped in the pyramid, just like the generator, is one of the most ancient Egyptian technologies, and beyond the Egyptian people, technologies of sacred geometry. It is a tetrahedral, and that sacred geometry is the sacred geometry of fire, and it is bringing so much power. And ancient Egyptians used tetrahedral patterning and science in so many of their technologies and their devices, including like opening up portals and astral projection. That's why the pyramids are shaped as a tetrahedral, as a triangle, because they are literally set in certain astrological points, like certain nodal points on the ley lines and on the meridians and acupuncture points and portal points of the earth herself. They're set up in a very specific way to create a portal opening of energy, to raise the frequency of the earth, and to be in certain constellation lineups. It creates different portals, and multi-dimensional energy and codes can enter the earth at that time. What I love about crystals is, again, the power of their energy. One of my favorite powerhouse energies is bumblebee jasper. It will really raise your vibration and raise the vibration of the room like nothing else. When I first had bumblebee jasper come into my life, I just felt this push and this drive and this positivity that I've never had before. And it was like this sunlight that was coming through my body and emanating through my body. And it's funny because I have a friend, she's like, oh, I have a bumblebee jasper ring, but it doesn't really do a lot for me. I'm like, that's because you are the vibration of bumblebee jasper. You are the sunshine, honey. When we're meditating, we can actually really hold the palm stone in our hands and allow our consciousness to sink into the material, the conscious being of the crystal, deeper and deeper and deeper. And we can actually journey into the crystal. We can energetically ask the crystal being what codes it wants to give us, and we can literally intuitively ask it to energetically work on our codes. So in a deep trance or meditative state, you can become aware of what the crystal being is doing with you and consciously take part in new codes coming in like, let's say you have a hole in your aura or you have some kind of energy that's out of alignment with you, you can intuitively do journeying and energy work with the crystal to receive its codes, receive its energetic upgrades, and also to cleanse, realign, release energy, and to energetically really again dive into the consciousness of the crystal. And you can also imagine the energy of the crystal itself when you're holding it is actually expanding and consuming you in reverse instead. So that's another meditation that you can do with crystals. It is great to obviously put crystals in your water. Disclosure, make sure you research what crystals are safe to put in your water. You can charge your water up with crystals. You can take a bath with crystals. You can really just let crystals be a part of your life in so many ways. You can have them in different parts of the house where you know you're going to pick them up, or where you know that they're participating with a certain phase or time period in your life. Like, okay, I have breakfast here and I want to have my first bowl of breakfast next to my crystal stash, or I want to fall asleep next to my crystals and I know I'm going to pick them up and meditate with them. Obviously, you can physically place crystals over the different sections of your body to receive its energy. And like, let's say it's a throat chakra crystal, yes, it will activate and open your throat chakra in a way another crystal couldn't when you physically place it over that part of your body and connect it to it and ask it to do its work and feel it doing its work. The crystals that you choose will work with different parts of your body, different portions of your body in different ways depending on how you want to work with them. Some of my favorite crystals are the calcite family. I have orange calcite, blue calcite, honey calcite, black, red, and yellow calcite, which is just called trio calcite. And then I have a beautiful green calcite, which is actually my spirit mineral. Malachite is a great heart chakra stone. It's one of my favorite things to put over my heart chakra. My favorite root chakra stones are red jasper, rhodonite, and again, my favorite heart chakra crystal, nice big slab of rose quartz. Ooh, I also have orchid calcite. So many calcites. Quartz crystals are a generator which will amplify the energy of your other crystals, and selenite is holding the energy of moonlight, and just having selenite with your crystals will clear them, but specifically touching other crystals with your selenite will clear them like nothing else. And you can just say, clear please. That's all for our video on crystals for today. Really let crystals do their energy healing work with you. Be more conscious about your engagement with crystals. And remember, how would you want to be treated if you had a boyfriend or girlfriend? Treat your crystals babies with the same respect, love, romance, passion, and care. Mwah.